Call this meeting to order. I'm going to start by taking roll from my right, please.
Cody Katzman. Tony Rebo.
Ron Goodman.
Elida Snow.
Ellen Johnson. B.G. Zimmerman.
Okay, at this time, I invite any member of the audience to make any short comment on any non-agenda item. No? Okay. Then we are going to go ahead and get started with board reports. Tony, do you want to go ahead and start with the activities meeting?
Sure. So we had an activities meeting, and the hot discussion topic was adding baseball to the program, and we were under kind of a time crunch here because Nick's going to have to be able to schedule that right away. So we had a long conversation. Kelly came, and then he gave kind of a report. He's in favor of it, mainly because if we don't go, he's going to lose about 18 games at the beginning of the season, which would put them way behind where everybody else is. And he basically would only be able to pick up a couple games from Canada and then farther across the state. So he now is relentless wanting us to pursue that. He gave us a lot of options. I talked to him just about a half hour ago as well, and the baseball program is willing to do whatever they need to do to make this first year work. And then at the same time, I reached out to the Libby Wrestling Club, and they were in favor of the same thing, of moving forward and helping however they could. Okay. So that kind of took up the majority of that meeting.
Okay. And we will be discussing baseball and wrestling at the end at the work session. So we'll move on to buildings and grounds.
So about the only thing we discussed, we went back to the high school, we looked at those fans again, and I think Ron and I and Nick met, and I think we got a bid for 55,000, something weird like that. I showed him my idea for that the power's already there, the mounting stuff is already there. I think both Ron and Nick would agree that the option that I was suggesting was utilizing the big fans that come down and us moving transfer that heat across the gym. Total cost was under $5,000, so huge difference. And honestly, I think going this route to begin with and trying it, I think it's going to work. And I think both Ron and Nick have to agree that everything's already there. It's we talked about the welding class maybe getting up, building some brackets that fans would attach to, but we've got hardware, nice wood beam right there that we can tie, and power all the way down. So shouldn't be any. The big cost before, I think 38,000 of it was electrical costs to get them into stairwells. I don't know. I talked to two different HVAC guys, and neither one of them felt that was the way to move air through there. But
is that something we've kind of started moving forward with then?
Yes.
Before winter gets here?
Yeah, in the gym, it gets so cold in the wintertime when they're running, even when the boiler's going, they can't get enough heat in there. And I think that the heat comes down, it's on the upper deck. It comes down and goes right up into the ceiling, the high ceiling. So we suggested putting some directional fans at the bottom of that. That would help blow that air down, and it would go across the gym and circulate. And then in the warmer weather, they could reverse them and pull air from the gym floor like a graduation and pull it up to the ceiling.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Policy, Ms. BG.
I think we're okay
Think we're good? Okay.
at this moment.
Okay. I don't believe there's been a technology meeting. And did we double check that Tony is on that one?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Who else is on that one with it?
Walt.
Okay. I wonder if I mean, it doesn't matter. Do you want to make Walt the moderator or?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Could we switch that to putting Walt the moderator on that?
Yeah, that'd be
On
good.
which one?
Technology.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you don't show up, you get voted.
Let's put, I suggest we put him on policy.
Do we need to vote on that, Elena?
No, that would just be rearranging the actual committee.
I
It's
told
not.
him at the last meeting we were gonna do that.
Well, did you?
Well, he left town, so.
He's out. Okay, then wellness and safety. All right, moving on to calendar, we will be discussing the 26-27 calendar in the work session also. Transportation, then that's me, nothing new with transportation as far as I'm aware.
One quick question on the safety and wellness. We were supposed to have a safety evaluation and they haven't sent it to us yet. And so once we get that evaluation, we'll have a safety meeting.
I had a quick question for you. On buildings and grounds, where is it at with the apartments out there at McGrade?
We haven't moved forward. The only thing that, we agreed to let them thin that area back there. We're getting it done for free. And then, I think it's,
Kind of well.
and then we're looking at, the well and they wanted to abandon it. And I talked to somebody with the county and that well, at one time was going to, they had offered up to use that as a supply well for a small development out there. And then Ron found out that it's about 80 gallons per minute, it's only 180 feet deep. So it's an active good well.
The one on the county property.
Yeah, yeah. So we know that now.
Yeah, the one on the county property, we're currently using that one,
Mhm.
but there's also one right there at the park.
Yeah.
And that one, only reason I know something about it is because they were wanted to, fill it up and get rid of it. And I said, well, there's nothing wrong with it. So, and I got somebody coming out shortly to go ahead and find out what it looks like as far as if we can get that well running, because it sounds like it's been an electrical problem for 20 years. So if we get that well running, and we know how much we have out of it as well, like what's there. So,
And that one's on our property,
it's
correct?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which could be a big deal because one of these days the county could say, that's our well, not your well. I don't know how that would all work. But that could get a little bit awkward because that's the well, that's what we use for irrigation right now.
So then okay, so the well, has it been before the county
That was
planning?
good, yes.
So, before that,
Has it been presented to the county planning?
No.
Board, commission, or any of that?
no. No, at this time we're just working with the well.
And then at what point do we open it up to the public for public comment and public input?
I think we probably, like the next board meeting, we probably should do that.
So whenever it hits our agenda, that would be public.
the next agenda meeting in December, is that what you're meeting? Are you talking next Monday?
What about next Monday? You know that.
Yeah, I think would be beneficial to a lot of people probably in the community. I think it's really wise of us as a board to get public input.
Is that enough time?
Before we get,
You think that's enough time to give them a week?
well, I mean, as long as we're not getting buggy in front of the horse, then
No.
sure, but I mean, go next month. But I think before we do that,
Yeah.
for all of us, I think it would be beneficial to get public comment and opinion and some
So
suggestions.
would you be able to have a presentation by next Monday as to what the plans are? Because I mean, we don't even have.
Oh, I was gonna say, do we have plans?
Well, we haven't,
So-
the plans, we haven't approved them yet. And-
We have something that somebody gave us as to what they had done, similar.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that's my only thing is presenting something to the public so that we could answer questions, intelligently, and we were just making stuff up. And so that's why I'm asking, does a week give you enough time to do that? Or would you rather have a month?
What type of information as far as if we had,
Well, I think they're gonna wanna know the whole
we're looking
package.
one, maybe two buildings out there
Yeah,
and
they're gonna ask
The how, the how and the
about.
why. The how and the why.
Yeah, I just think if we open it up to the public, we should have reasonable answers.
Yeah, and as it is right now, I mean, to be honest with you two and Walt's the only one that knows I don't know anything.
We
I'm
don't
on
really,
the board.
we don't really know a lot. we're looking just at the well thing to start with, and then a little bit of drawings as to what some of those things look like, but we haven't firmed up.
But I think that whole issue of the concept of what we're trying to do, I think would be fair as well.
Yeah.
We want to have some housing out there that would,
It was a Eureka school bus. that just
It's,
went up.
there's a music thing going on tonight with a few different schools, with choir.
Yeah, well, for the Eureka.
That's where, yeah, so I don't know.
but as far as that concept, as far as having some housing back behind the grade on our property, I think that would probably be the biggest issue. As far as if they said, we're gonna have, we're gonna house 50 people back there, or we're gonna, I think those would be the questions that they might be interested in. And everybody else might be interested in.
I think people are gonna be interested in the money, right? I mean, like I said before, all of a sudden we have $1 million sitting in the closet. I think people are gonna be very interested in that. And so, I bet you get a lot of input. And I do also feel like it would be very hard to then ask the community for a levy looking forward. If we have the stockpile money right now and we don't put it into the things that we need the levy money for.
Well, that has to be spent on buildings and grounds, so there's
Yeah.
certain things that specific money
The,
has to be
the levy
spent.
money would have to, correct?
No, the extra money that we have saved has to be
Oh,
spent
yeah, on
towards
the
the.
Capital project.
Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely, but not on new facilities and grounds necessarily, right? I mean, if we need sidewalks repaired, we need a $400,000 track.
Yep.
We need all sorts of stuff, so that's
Yeah.
facilities and
Yep.
grounds.
Yeah,
And I think that issue of understanding, not only would that help, and the big issue as far as why, back to Scott's point, is what's the why? Big issue for people coming into the community and teaching. A, they can't find a house to live in, the housing, and B, they can't afford it. And so that's the driving force on this. And so, yeah.
no, I think, but the discussion back to, do we want to put it next week, or do you want time to prepare and put it in December?
I think before you put it on, don't you need to know a little bit more?
I would say
Like
December.
I mean, you're just talking in maybes now.
It's
Yeah.
just the talking stage at this point.
Mhm.
We really haven't
We haven't
done
decided.
anything
No.
We could,
really other
you
than
could
talk.
do it next Monday and then just have this is where we're at, this is what we're thinking, what are your thoughts type
Mhm.
interaction. It's not, this is our plan, but these are our thoughts. What are your thoughts about that?
Yeah,
Having just a conversation
instead of a presentation.
instead of a
just-
presentation, because I
The concept of having some housing for teachers is that's the foundation.
I just think, yeah, basically giving a synopsis of this is what we're thinking and the reasons why. And it would be super beneficial for us then moving forward in that planning as we go along.
Mhm.
We may hear some really fantastic ideas.
Yeah.
Or, reasons why not to do it, whatever. But yeah, next week we
I
can
think
do
so, too.
that with just having a conversation and feedback.
Yeah, I think, I agree.
Yeah.
And
All right. Are you good?
The concept is.
Yeah, I do, I think that'd be great. I mean, I think it'd be good to get public input
So do I.
before you do anything.
Yeah.
Personally, and then come up with a plan. If there's support for it, I will try to support it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I will. If the public wants it, then I'll try to advocate and do what I can to help as well, if the public wants it.
So,
We need to find that out.
so if we keep scooching forward on the well, that needs to be fixed regardless, because it's been sitting there for 20 years.
Yeah.
Let's get that
We
well.
have to have a backup in case the
Oh, yeah.
county does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I agree.
That'll make sense and it'll be very inexpensive anyway. So,
Well,
Okay.
not knowing what's gonna happen with the county well, it's a
Mhm.
smart move.
Mhm.
yeah, it's-
Oh, I agree.
yeah, that could be a bad move.
Yeah.
Perfect. I'm good
Um,
with that.
okay. So anything else as far as before we skip back to transportation? No? Okay, transportation. Was there any updates on it? I know we didn't have a meeting or anything, but
No, I can just,
Did you have a nice weekend?
you got the bus back?
There we go. The bus back, yeah, well, I will say this much, my wife and I drove to Bozeman, to Butte to pick up this bus that was broken down. And so we got in the bus and then we drove over to Walmart and we were attacked by Libby Logger fans. Literally, this lady came out of the parking lot and wanted to get a picture because she's from Libby. And then found out it was Sandy Elmore's niece. And so I just, wherever there, I just,
Libby fans.
yeah.
Okay, insurance.
We have a meeting on Wednesday at 3:30.
Okay. Fun and exciting meeting.
Oh, yes.
Insurance.
Okay, moving on to resignation, retirement, reduction of force, and non-renewal. Looks like we have one. Audria Williams.
I move that we accept the resignation, retirement, or whichever it is,
Resignation.
for Audrey Williams, Libby Middle School, High School paraprofessional.
Second.
I have a motion by BG and a second by Ellen to approve the resignation of Audria Williams as Libby Middle High School paraprofessional. Any questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passed. Okay, moving on to consideration of staff contracts and transfers. We have 2 paraprofessionals at the Libby Middle High School.
So these are transfers.
No, they're new hires,
They're new
I believe.
hires.
Yes.
I move that we,
I think we need to vote on them separately,
Okay,
please.
I
let's go
move
ahead.
that we offer a contract to Dominic McMillan.
Okay. Is there a second? Okay.
You guys are killing me.
So at that point, I believe we do not have a motion and we do not vote on it, if I recall correctly.
No.
Okay. So then moving on to Amy Escudero.
I move that we offer Amy Escudero a contract as a paraprofessional.
Do I have a second? Okay, same thing with that then.
Wow, are you guys gonna come volunteer in my classroom?
There could have been better communication on this one here too.
Scott, it's nothing that we can go into at the time, but I'm telling you, there's underlying things that are a lot more important than that. I mean, I get it. I know what
No,
you're
I
coming
don't
from.
think you guys do.
Scott, one of these folks was terminated from Head
I know
Start.
that, I know.
Okay, so why would the school entertain hiring that person? I had a parent
So I
call
have
today.
federal laws and regulations that I'm trying to abide by, and I can't do that without.
Well, in our best interests, I'm sorry that you feel that
No,
way.
you guys run the show. It's your go. We'll make it work.
Okay. Moving on then to consideration of Libby High School graduation date change to May 31st. I believe this is being changed or asked to be changed because May 30th is still state track meet and we didn't realize, so,
Tennis and softball.
and tennis and softball. So typically on those years, it's automatically made on that Sunday. So at this point, it's planned for that Saturday. We're asking to move it to the Sunday.
Which ones I want to see the calendar work.
Right?
Can I speak on that?
Absolutely.
So I have a senior and we've only been here this is our 4th year, but we've always seen them graduate on Saturdays. And I feel that to keep that in mind, because the students all have their graduation party, that's all night. And there's also many members of the community that attend church on Sundays. Why would we want to push a graduation onto a Sunday when if we still have their graduation party all night long, they're going to be exhausted to then walk at graduation on Sunday at 10 a.m. Why not either have it the week before Saturday, which would be the middle of May, or the following week would be the last day, you know, the day after the last day of school. That way, the kids could still have their all-night party that, you know, is part of their participation. And we've all paid, as parents, we've already paid $125 out of pocket to afford some of the gifts for that party and all of the other fun, exciting things that we do for our seniors as they graduate.
I do believe the all-night party will also be changed to that Sunday night, if I'm correct.
Saturday night.
Or, no, it'll be Sunday night after graduation.
Oh, sure.
So that will automatically be moved also, so that wouldn't be an issue. And the reason it's being requested is because we will more than likely have state participants in those state track meets, and we'd like everybody to be able to attend graduation.
I understand that, but still, like, who wants to party all night on a Sunday night? That doesn't make any sense. We don't live in Las Vegas where we're gonna party all night. We live in Libby, Montana.
Right.
I think it should be moved to the following Saturday, which would be the day after the normal school calendar gets out.
Okay. Thank you for your suggestion.
So you're suggesting that first Saturday of June yet?
Correct.
They're not in school that week.
June 6th? Oh.
Yeah.
When is the actual last day seniors attend? Is it the
The last
Thursday
day
before?
is the 28th is their last day. The 29th would be their, like, our graduation rehearsal, practice, that kind of stuff.
So the 28th is the last day they attend.
It's their last day of school.
Yeah,
As of right now, it is, yes.
that would make it hard to put it off another week and a half.
Yeah, I would be afraid that if you put it off that long, there'd be less people.
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible
It's
to
just-
move it to afternoon to accommodate a church? So instead of doing 11, maybe 1?
Oh,
Because it's typically held at 11, correct?
I think it's been done both.
Okay.
But just, yeah, you're talking about having potentially 7, 8 seniors who are not in town on Saturday representing our school at their state tournaments.
And
There are-
unfortunately, we don't have
But-
control over those on that set.
Yeah, I'm just saying, there's a lot of schools that have graduation on Sunday traditionally. They just have it after church and they then do their partying after that and go into the evening and stuff like that. Yeah, my concern is if we push it off another week,
we lose them
yeah, I think you lose
Uh-huh.
kids. So,
because they don't.
They
But
won't act.
what if we did it? I'm just asking,
I think it's,
instead of 11 o'clock, if we did it in the afternoon,
That would accommodate.
even say 1 o'clock.
right,
Yeah.
churches would have their ceremonies and stuff like that, and congratulations graduates, and then off they go, so. And
Nick, how far away are the state tournaments?
What's that?
How far away are the state tournaments? Because I recall when New Got state softball was in Billings, and so Sunday, they traveled all day, got off the bus, went to the ceremony.
Tennis is in Hamilton,
It's in Hamilton.
track is in Laurel,
Laurel.
Oh,
Is that what
jeez.
Laurel?
Yeah.
yep, and
So they would spend Saturday night regardless, or would they drive home? Oh, they drive home.
they drive home Saturday
Okay.
as far as we can, sometimes they end up staying the night though, depending on
Okay,
lots of stuff. And softball's not set yet,
yeah,
Laurel's the kicker and all that.
yeah, that's a long drive, yeah.
So is this something we look at?
I think we need to vote because I think people are sending out graduation announcements or, trying to gear up for those.
But do we need to have a time on that? That's what I'm,
Oh,
No, we just need the date.
we just need the date. Okay.
just the date. Okay,
Wouldn't it make sense to, once again, ask all the parents, senior parents, like call them or something, or?
But what would we ask them, I guess?
yeah.
I mean, if they want it on
What's
Saturday?
best for the majority?
Well, yeah, but I mean, I don't want to deny any kid that's worked for 13 years their graduation because of something that works for a majority.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be my opinion,
So-
I-
Yeah,
I will tell you, almost all Class A schools are gonna end up graduating on Sunday this year
On
because of
Sunday.
that.
And this happens every so many years, right? Because of the way the calendar falls, it has to be on a Sunday. So we haven't had it for the last few years, but I can remember there was one a few years ago that had to be on a Sunday because of the same situation.
Okay, I move that we change the date for graduation to May 31st, 2026.
I have a motion by BG and a second by Ellen to approve the moving of graduation. Any other questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed?
Aye.
Motion passed. Okay, consideration of Libby Middle High School instructional coaching stipend. So Scott, do you kind of want to share? I mean, he shared an email with us, so I guess, does anybody have any other questions for him?
No, because these were all covered under the grant, right?
So I'm covering the grant, and instead of giving them a stipend for being on my SLT team and a stipend for being on my MTSS team and for the DLT and for meeting with me hourly, instead of tracking all that, doing all that stuff, I just want to give them a stipend. So they get each
That
semester,
makes
they
so
get
much
a
more
certain
sense.
money. It's easier for the business office. It's more, I think it's just easier, and they're putting in the time, and it seemed like make them track everything seems kind of silly. I would just rather just give them a stipend, just
Right.
in place of all that stuff. So they're not getting double, they're just getting paid differently.
So it would really streamline the process. and-
Yes,
So
makes sense.
as an instructional coach at the other building, I haven't seen the email because I'm not privy to that stuff, nor do I want to be. But I would just like to say that whatever is decided, it needs to be equitable from one building to the next so that there doesn't become divisiveness across the district.
I agree, very much so.
Well, that was going to be my one question, is the high school budget separate from the elementary budget as far as that grant goes?
No.
It's
I mean, it's
telling
all
me
one pot of money.
It is.
But elementary has a budget, I have a budget,
Okay.
preschool has a budget.
that was, because that was going to be my concern is,
So I have a question. How do we keep up those stipends after this grant is gone?
Good question.
that'd have to be a
Well, it's,
chat
I mean,
for that.
it's just the thought, because
Yeah,
it,
and I know we've had this conversation every grant that has,
I mean, the chances of us getting the grant are pretty good. But what if it comes down to us not getting it? How are we gonna accommodate those instructional coaches with that same bar?
I don't think, we're not setting a precedence, we're just.
But it does though. It kind of like, once it's voted in, it kind
Right.
of stays.
Well, the language in the CBA is pretty clear. And so that would be I think that would be the base that it needs to stay at. As far as when the grant goes away, there's the language in the CBAs are.
Are instructional coaches covered in the CBA?
Yes, they are.
They have extended days.
Yep.
Okay.
So Doreen, you have extended days, right?
So the way it's written is a full-time coach, which I'm half, gets 10 extended days. So since I'm half-time, I get 5 extended days.
So would that make, if you pass this, would that make her contract obsolete so that it would be fair across all schools?
Well, what does the high school get at this point? Do they have just extended days?
So I have 3 teachers who are working 1 period a day
Okay.
as instructional coaches. So
Oh, that's different.
I meet with them weekly before school, and then we do other things outside, we do other things that from 4 to 5, that the elementary have halftime coaches, they can take some of the stuff during the day, so I'm asking my teachers to do stuff outside of their contract time to meet. I'm just saying, instead of just tracking that and turning in a time card for all of that. I just want to give them a flat stipend to cover that cost. I don't feel like they're not getting extra, they're just getting, I mean, if we do the same thing Bill mentioned, if they don't want to get a stipend for their SLT and MTSS, we can just give them a flat sum too. I'm just saying it's just a different way of trying to pay those.
So I don't know what the total is, but how did you come up with your amount?
I took all the money that the meetings that I had projected to have and the stipends that they would get from their other
Paid for how much per hour? How much?
$25 is
Okay.
what I used. So, and the stipends we set, the committees we set, so you guys do what you want. If you don't, we can go back and do it the other way, that's fine. They're gonna make the same amount of money, so it really doesn't matter to me. So you guys decide what you want. If you don't want me to do it this way, then I don't have to.
No, I just had questions. That was my biggest thing, so. Did you have something, Fiji?
It's
I
really
just think
not a big deal.
this streamlines it, just like Ellen said earlier.
Yeah.
It's not like they're taking money for work they haven't done.
Right.
Been there, done that.
So I don't really,
So-
doesn't matter.
I just want to make sure that it's across the board.
Is it fair to ask what the amount is?
$3,000 is what I'm stipending them to, in lieu of all their other stuff.
And in lieu of the extended days
No, they get for extended days still.
each,
Yes.
but they're one period.
Yes.
That is,
I can't have meetings with my instructional coaches in the summer without them all being there. I don't know how you expect me to do that. And I get that they're 1/6 of a teacher, but I can't make instructional decisions with my instructional coaches in June and August if I don't have them all there to meet. So I think 3 instructional days for me to work with them in the summer and the stipend to replace all the stuff that they're doing is a fair, I mean,
And the stipends that you're talking about takes care of those days.
no,
no.
That's,
He's saying
that's,
I'm
in
saying,
addition.
there, okay,
I'm
that,
saying
I want
them
to
to
make sure
get
I,
paid $3,000 for sitting on all these committees
Right,
and having these
right.
meetings with me outside of the school days. They get 3 extended days as well.
so Janine, what do you think?
Oh, I thought this was something that we were gonna talk about at our admin meeting tomorrow before it hit the board. I mean, I think our schools are structured differently, but I hadn't heard an amount, so that seems like a lot, but I haven't seen pencil to paper of how that was parceled out. Cause I know like last year, like our SLT stipend was only $200 per member. Our MTSS Tier 3 was also only $200 per member. So, yes, we do have more time, I think, in our school day that we're able to meet because there is more flexibility the way that it's structured at the elementary versus full-time teachers with just a period off.
So, and this was going to be discussed at the meeting tomorrow?
I thought it was.
Sure can, yeah.
So is it, Ron?
We're having a meeting in the morning, yes.
So I propose that we put this aside until you all have time to talk about it together and then bring it back. Can't we put it on for Monday?
Want to table it? Is everybody in agreement?
Yep.
Okay, we will go ahead and table that then, and we will add it to the agenda, the regular board meeting. Okay, consideration of state of mind staff training stipend. I'm sorry, who was that one?
There's the training,
Anything on
I,
it?
no,
No. So, a little more information?
So State of Mind is a mental health group that came in, spent a half a day with our kids, a group of kids. And then they did a training with our staff from after school for an hour and a half from 3:30 to 5. And so I offered those teachers that stayed for that training at an hour of compensation at $22.50 an hour to be part of that that training about the stuff you talked about with our kids and the mental health.
Okay.
That
Thank
was
you.
about 12 teachers that attended.
And it was a great training, right?
It
I
was
think I
incredible.
talked to you
Yeah,
after
it was
that. It was really a strong one,
Yes.
so.
I move we approve the state of mind staff training stipend.
Second,
I have a motion by Ellen and a second by BG to approve the state of mind staff training stipend. Any other questions or comments? All those in favor?
aye.
Aye. All those opposed? Motion passed. Okay, so consideration of review of agenda for Monday.
No, it's on there. I hate to say that.
So we will need to add what we talked about today.
Right.
Looks like December 1st and December 8th for our monthly meetings. I know,
This
December
year
already.
has gone by so fast.
Hopefully you all get a chance. Have the October minutes been sent
No,
yet?
no,
Okay,
no.
I didn't think so.
The next meeting maybe will be, they should be on there soon.
Updating the housing.
But will they come out to be able to read over this week for reviews?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I was curious.
You sure?
Looks like we will have a cross-country, Libby Middle School cross-country presentation, so that'll be fun. And consideration of Lincoln County campus of FECC and Libby School District welding room usage. That's something we normally do, correct?
Number lunch.
Okay.
Doesn't look like a
Looks
whole
like
lot.
there's a ton. Then, at this
I
point,
so move.
okay.
Second.
I have a motion by BG and a second by Ellen to adjourn the meeting. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passed.
Okay, so
Now,
now we're in work session.
Now we are in work session. Do you want to stop the recording?